On our journey of momentous plays, we've arrived at the Dog Pound. With over 20-plus state titles and numerous individual honors, the fans who bleed orange and blue have had a ton to root for.
You can say that Naperville North has seen excellence every year that NSW has been on the air. So we cover a lot of seasons through these top 10 moments, starting in 2012. The boys golf team. They brought home their second state trophy in 3 years. The Huskies finished second as a team. Raymond Knoll finished with the third best score in the tournament, something he also did in 2011. Speaking of 2011, the boys volleyball team made some noise at the state tournament that year for number 9. After making a run through the playoffs, the team fell to top state contender Sandburg. But the Huskies hoisted the second place trophy proudly after defeating powerhouses such as Wheaton Warrenville South and Downers Grove South. Now let's fast forward all the way up to the most recent season, the spring of 2018. After lacrosse officially became an IHSA sport this year, both Husky teams made it their mission to make it down to state. In the Super Sectionals, the girls up against the St. Charles Co-op tied the game with under 60 seconds left on the clock to push it into OT. And then, in that extra time, with 8.8 seconds left on the clock, the Huskies broke the knot to continue their journey, finishing in 4th place. The boys, well, they had almost the same thing. Up against South Elgin, with 0.7 seconds left on the clock, they tie up their game and push it into OT. They would find the back of the net in extra time to continue to state, also finishing in the 4th place spot. Complete deja vu for the orange and blue. Stay in 2018 for number 7. This one also in the spring. As the lacrosse teams battled in new territory, the girls' track team found themselves at their old stomping grounds, down in the Blue Oval. After taking home a state trophy for the first time in 2017, state champion hurdler Hallie Bieber and top distance runner Sarah Schmidt wanted to lead their team to the top of the podium this spring. And they did just that. The Huskies finished with the highest scores to garner its first ever girls track state championship. Don't take off the running shoes just yet for number 6, but run all the way back to 2008. The North boys cross-country team pushed defending champ Neuqua Valley aside as the top Naperville running school to hoist the state trophy down at Detweiler Park, defeating York and legendary head coach Joe Newton by a single point. For number 5, we look at a lot of seasons, and I mean a lot. We all know that Naperville's badminton competition is tough, but the Huskies can hang with the best of them, and they have the state trophies to prove it. They have finished in the top 3 down at state 5 times in the last 7 years, starting all the way back with the state championship victory in 2012 and continuing into a runner-up finish in the spring of 2018. No surprise for number 4, we stay with another powerhouse team. This one can be found on the pitch. In 2012, the girls' soccer team avenged a 1-0 loss over St. Charles North in 2011 with an overtime win against them for the state title the following year, the first since 1988. And then the next year, the Huskies found themselves in the championship game again, where they knocked off Hinsdale Central 2-1 to bring home the title 2 years in a row. Number 3, and we have to cover football. This one is back in the inaugural season of NSW in 2007. The team caught our attention right off the bat in the fall, with only 1 loss on the season, in triple overtime, might I add, and then marched through the state playoffs to the state championship to face DVC rival Glenbard North. The Huskies rolled over the Panthers 46-19, bringing home the program's first state championship trophy since 1992. On to number 2, where we're back on the pitch, this time with the boys. Another top moment that spans 2 years with back-to-back state titles. We watched the team travel down to state in 2017 with Tommy Welch, Colin Iverson, and the amazing thrower Jack Berry. But they did that exact same thing 1 season earlier in 2016, running through the playoffs behind Gatorade Player of the Year Chris Sullivan, winning the state title 2 years in a row. And on that topic of running, we have reached our number 1. And I'm not even giving this moment a year to refer to because it has happened over so many years, it's difficult to count. The girls' cross-country team pretty much owns Detweiler Park at this point. Judy Pendergast was the state champion in 2015, setting the fastest time in state history at 15 minutes 54 seconds. She was then replaced by Sarah Schmidt, Claire Hill, Hannah Ricci, and Alex Morris in the later years, helping the Huskies hoist 8 state trophies in the NSW era, including 4 state championships with back-to-back wins in 2016 and 2017.
We now leave the dogs behind and take flight over to Bennett Academy.